It's 96.9 Splash. Splash. That's right, y'all. We're coming to you with a new beat, straight from the streets, guaranteed to knock you off your funky feet. My name is Scott, aka Billy D. Dofi.
And it's your girl, Liz, aka Aqua Garden.
And we're coming to you from a small town, underground, guaranteed to bring you a new aquatic sound.
So relax, release, grab a seat, and let the music sweep you off your feet.
That's right, y'all. It's the Aqua Underground. We get ready to have some fun. What's up, guys? It's Scott
And Liz.
from King and Queen Cichlids. Let's get a mic check right off the bat. Tell me if everyone can hear me okay, please. We need a mic check. Checka. Someone let me know if the... Thank you, Don, for saying Splash is your favorite. I would love to do that more often, but I didn't get enough views. Someone let me know if they can hear us okay. Right, Zen? What kind of rave did you walk into? I know about raves, trust me. Someone say the mic loud. Are we loud or what? Loud and clear. Okay, good. Hi, Scott. Sounds good. What's up, Bob? Good to see you, my friend. All right, guys. We want to welcome everyone. Liz, you want to welcome everyone?
Hi, guys. Thanks for coming.
For those of us who were unable to go to Aquashella, oh my gosh.
Woohoo!
Go ahead.
Madfish Diva, $4.99 for the birthday week.
Even before we get there.
We are still celebrating my birthday.
Thank you so much, Diva, for doing that. But for many of us who could not get to Chicago and do Aquashella, Liz and I have kind of put on some neon stuff and kind of funned it up today so we can have our own little aqua party in the house. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We got 40 on, 20 likes. You guys know what to do. But thanks everyone for coming. Thanks our subscribers. We're well over 4,000 subscribers now. Thanks anyone new who came in from Aquafunk's live feed. Aquafunk went on for 2 hours. So thank you so much, Funk, for doing that. You put on a tremendous show. If anyone could do 2 hours, brother, it's you. So thank you so much for doing that. What else we got going on, Liz?
So it's just been a busy weekend here, cleaning, getting the normal things ready, and we had little adventures today, but that's about it.
Yeah, we actually went to, what was it called? Heavenly Pond?
Heavenly Paws, it was it was a cat rescue event to raise money for one of the local cat shelters here.
Yeah, that was cool. We actually put some raffle tickets in and won. So
Yay! I channeled Tom Galooly, so I was really feeling it.
All right, as we always like to say, this is going to be PG-13, maybe PG-17. It's not going to be outrageous, but we will be engaging in some alcoholic beverages. It is the weekend, and just want to make you prepare for that. There might be some adult language, and as always with our live feeds, it's not always going to be aquatic. It could be just regular chats and talks about things. So we just like to keep it casual, have fun with our subscribers, do some questions and answers. I really have some fun stuff lined up today, I believe. But then we're going to end on a very serious note. We're going to talk about C.A.R.E.S and how important it is to me and Liz. So we'll talk about that towards the end to kind of leave on a serious note and give you guys something to think about as far as what you can be doing to improve fish out there who are being almost extinct. Extinct. Thank you very much. So, without further ado, we've already said everything's going to be PG-13 and higher. I do want to shout out to my mods. Candy Overhauls is dealing with something at home, personal, but everyone, prayers out to her. Give her some encouragement. Stop by her Facebook page and let her know that you're thinking about her. Mr. B Fishing Thing, I don't know if he's in the house, but thank you for being a mod. Rob93, my boy, thank you for being a mod. Aquafunk, the Angel Freak. Again, he just did 2 hours, so I don't even know if he's going to be in this live feed or not. What a tremendous job he did. He always keeps it lively, funny. I don't know how he just talks for so long about, I'm not going to say nothing, but he just comes up with stuff to talk about. And then, of course, Elizabeth, our new mod, One Fish, Two Fish ROC. Thank you so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to turn the feed over to you, Liz, if you could shout out some of the people.
So we got a lot of people in. Madfish Diva, QSA Fall Rising, Dawn Michelle, Chewy LTD, Larry D's Tanks and More, Emmanuel, Elizabeth Welch, Don Gallagher, and One Fish, sorry honey, Fish Tropic, Thirsty Rabbit, Down the Wormhole. No, I did not see D, did I? Shoot.
You just making up names as you go?
Yep, I'm just making up names. Daryl Deemer, we're good.
Okay. Based on that, I think Liz needs a drink. So
yes.
Let's talk about these. We got us some new wine glasses. Can you see that? Check that out. King wine glass. Can you put yours up to the camera?
And Queen.
How cool is that? So we have purchased some new wine. What are they called?
Goblets.
Goblets. And I think they're really cool. So if you could tell us what you're drinking today.
So today we are having a Catawba. This is from Franklin Hill Vineyards in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Absolutely cool.
And what are you drinking?
What I am drinking is C.A.R.E.S Fuzzy Navel. No one make fun of me out there, but I like the girly sweet drinks. I've always liked the girly sweet drinks. And so that's what we're having today. I'm going to pour it in our goblet. Goblet? That's what these things are called? Mm-hmm. And enjoy. You guys let us know what you're drinking and eating out there as well.
Yeah.
And as always, Bad Fish Steve already led the way. If you guys want to super chat and keep funding Liz for her to reach out different wines and try them out and introduce them on our live feed, feel free to shoot her a super chat. Let her know it's for her so I know where that money needs to be directed to. Okay? Now, let me check something real quick. So 61 on, 32 likes. Guys, hit that like button. If you were in Aqua Funk's feed, he told you that once you hit 50 likes or more, this will get shared out to more people. So hopefully that will encourage people to check out my library, Suzy Q's library, Aqua Funk's library, and etc. So that we can continue to grow. Now, we are going to play the match game. Now, if you remembered last week's match game, Liz is liable to say anything with the words I give her. So, don't always think fish
related.
Aquatics,
it could be
or
anything.
Don't think aquatics every time she puts a word out. But, Lumpy Dog said, oh my God, Scott is drinking like a high school girl. I never had a taste for beer. And the wines I like always are the sweeter wines. That's just what I like. So, but anyway, we're getting ready to play match game. The way this works is I'm going to put a word up. Liz has already given me the word it matches. Mm-hmm. And you guys, the first one to get the word right is going to get, what do you have over there for them?
So because we have such a back order of our King and Queen shirts, we are not doing those this week. We are going to do the Keystone Class shirts, and they are both in a 2X. And then we also have a Keystone Clash white shirt, which is in a 2X, and two Seagrass Farm shirts. One small and one large. And they say number one, they're pretty cool on.
Yep.
So these are the only options we're giving today for prizes. Let me know which one. Whoever wins the first match game gets first choice, and so on and so forth.
All right, so we are going to do the first one, and it is, and you're watching the feed, right? Mm-hmm. Air blank. Air blank. What did Liz say to air blank? First person that gets it right gets a t-shirt of your choice. And Chris, you don't ever have to worry about super chatting me, buddy. You've given me more than enough. Your friendship alone is more than enough to me, buddy. Man, these are some big.
I know. I feel like they're so big that my face falls in them.
Air pump. Air.
All right, Chewy, you got it.
No, Chewy did. Oh, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I'm so sorry. Chewy, congratulations.
So, Chewy, just let me know which one of those 5 shirts you want and send me your address and stuff on Facebook, and I'll get it to you.
All right. So, 63 on. Looks like we might have a slow night, but that is okay with me. So, we'll go back to match game here and there. So, let's go to our YouTube news. Not much to really talk about, quite honestly, but of course, always want to shout out the Sunday night live stream starting at 6 o'clock with Aqua Funk, 7 o'clock with Susie Q, who was out today, and then, of course, us at 8 o'clock. Funk did double time today. He really put on a fantastic show, as he always does, so thank you very much for doing that, Funk. Last week, we talked about getting 4,000 subscribers. This week, we're at 1,100. Go ahead, what you got?
I got a super chat, $49.99. Thank
What?
you, Mark Hill.
Mark-
Thank God it's Sunday with the King and Queen. Amen.
Mark Hill, thank you
I'll
so
drink to
much,
that.
my friend. I'm taking this thing off. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be...
Yes, Chewy, send it to Scott's email then. Just tell me which shirt you want tonight.
Yes.
The answer was Air Stone.
Air Stone, you guys. So, again, check out every Sunday night. Check out Aquafunk, Susie Q, and myself starting from 6 going to 8. It's a lot of fun. I believe JH Aquatics is going to be joining us in at 5 o'clock. Aquafunk was going on a long, long list of what people are going to be doing. I'm not sure
great.
what he was talking about, but that guy is incredibly funny. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is, I know a lot of these people online are YouTube creators. I want to talk about a situation I had with my latest video. It just hit well over 1,000 views. I think it's at 1,100 views. When I started the video, the video was about that fish place, the saltwater section. The image that you see in front of you that says saltwater is the thumbnail that I had. After 6-7 hours, I only had about 150 to 160 views, which is not normal for my channel. So I instantly knew that the thumbnail and the thought of saltwater was not going to get a lot of people looking. So what I ended up doing to fix that was,
Uh-oh.
whoa, is putting this beautiful lady on my thumbnail.
Who dat?
Who dat? It's saying the largest fish store part 2. I want you guys to understand, if you have a video out and it's not tracking well, that doesn't mean you can't change anything, such as the thumbnail, such as the topic, such as the tags, description. If you see one of your videos not doing well based on your previous history, go in there, change that thumbnail, change things around, and it will start causing more people to look at your video. So I went from, 4 or 5 hours in, I had like 200 views to today I have well over 1,000. So
that's great.
It's important, FishTube creators, guys, to understand how to maneuver, how to work, how to get views for your videos. That's going to result in subscriptions. All right, any questions on that? Do I need to go back? Good call, Scott. Genius move. Thank you very much, Corey. Dr. Black, Chewy types faster than 1950 typing pool. All right, you still over there, honey?
Yeah.
All right, you're just being very quiet. All right, so without further ado, we talked about 4,100 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. We talked about that little tip with your videos. Don't just put a video out. If it doesn't play well, edit it more, do more things so it's going to get more views. Next, we are going to talk about something that's really important. Oh, whoa. I almost forgot something. You guys, check this out. I think you'll like it. Funk was talking a little junk to me and challenged me, so check this out. So that is right, guys. Aquafunk and I are going to have a funk off, for lack of a better word. He says he's funkier than I am, and he's this and he's that. So I have accepted his challenge. He's been calling me old for the longest, and so now we're going to have a little contest to see who is the funkiest of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the funkiest of them all? I think it's me. Funk thinks it's him. I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I think we're going to do it kind of like a fish cichlid show where we do like condition and finish, but we're going to do, instead of that, we're going to do like dress and dance moves and character and stuff like that. So we're gonna come up with something. We're gonna put a poll up and let you guys decide exactly who the funkiest in the aquatic business is. Funk says it's him. He even says that's why I'm called Aquafunk. But we will see. We will see.
I thought that was the smell.
All right. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hey, from Ontario, Canada. Love your stream, guys. Hello, everybody. What is up, Tim Brander? Good to see you. Aquafunk says, I know it's me, brother. It ain't you. Trust me. What do you know about funk anyway, as young as you are?
I like that. Skeleton fish. First person with the goldfish in their shoe heels wins.
And that's what I told Funk. I was going to bring out my old platform shoes, my bell bottoms, my duck collar, and all that stuff.
So basically last night's outfit.
Absolutely. Manfish Diva, oh Lord, I'm going to need a cocktail for sure. I wish you were nearby, Diva, because you sure could come over here and get any cocktail you want. We got anything you need, blender, all that stuff. So wish you were a little bit closer, dear. All right, we're going to keep it moving. It is 8:15, and I am not doing 2 hours like Funk did. We're going to keep this close to vest. Thirsty Rap, my vote will go to the funkiest one to send me a shirt.
Do you really want one of Funk's old shirts?
And speaking of shirts, I'm glad you brought that out, Thirsty, because I completely forgot to say it. Those people playing in match game must be U.S. residents only. We had some people that won last week or the week before, and the cost to ship is incredibly high. So unfortunately, guys, we're going to have to keep the contest to people who live in the United States unless someone hits the lottery and then can help us with shipping. But at this point, that's what we got to do. Manfish, yes, I'm going to clutch the pearls, Elizabeth. But Thirsty Rabbit, you know you my boy. We're definitely sending you a shirt. I need you to send me your address so I can get that out to you. All right? Now, you're awful quiet over there, Liz. And you're still quiet. Jesus Christ. All right, so now we're going to talk about the aquatic experience. As you know, it's taking place October 12th and the 13th. And I am in charge of the cichlid show for the ACA. I have to fill up 100 tanks, and so far I've got about 50. And I need you guys to bring more fish. You guys that are coming to the aquatic experience, yes, I know some of you driving from a long distance, but if you can bring a cichlid in with you and enter it, please do. The deadline is October 1st. You have to go to the aquaticexperience.org to register your fish. One fish gets you a 2-day pass. Also, if you tell me that you're going to give me a little to help me at the booth, I can get you a free pass. But I'm really looking for entries into the cichlid show. It's important for me to get this up to 100 tanks because I've been in the fish anymore. Right. And if you had been at the Keystone Clash, you would have seen over 350 entries. So shows like that are not dead. I'm going to give you a promo real quick, guys, to hopefully get you guys excited about possibly entering cichlids. The American Cichlid Association wants you to enter your best cichlid into the Aquatic Experience American Cichlid Association Cichlid Competition this October 12th and 13th in the Meadowlands. We are searching for the best cichlids in the country to come together at the Meadowlands and compete for a grand prize of $500. One cichlid entry gets you a 2-day pass to the Aquatic Experience. There will also be cash prizes for first place in each cichlid class. We are looking to fill 100 tanks, and we are halfway there. All you have to do is go to theaquaticexperience.com and register your cichlid for $10. That $10 registration gets you a 2-day pass at the Aquatic Experience. So get registered today. The deadline is October 1st. It is going to be a great and fun experience that you will not forget. Tanks, filters, heaters, and conditioned water are all provided at the Aquatic Experience ACA booth. All you need to do is bring your cichlid and win. I look forward to seeing you guys October 12th and the 13th for this great competition. you may leave winning $500 in cash and this prestigious award of having the best cichlid in the country. I hope you guys will register today, again, at aquaticexperience.com, the cichlid competition. See you guys there. All right, guys, so that is it for that. Please, as you can see, you can put in a fish for $10 and you can walk away with possibly 500 smackaroos. That's cash. It's not tax. They give me the money in an envelope and I pass it on to you. Last year, a guy won with a discus, and I've already did this rant about him not joining the ACA, but I would love for someone to come in and win $500. I actually won Best of Reserve Show, so I got $100 put in my pocket, and the people, each class will have cash winners as well. Each class, first place gets $20. So you could walk away potentially with $600 or $700 depending on how many fish you put in and how well you do. So I definitely hope you guys will come out. Mike from that fish tank barn has already put a fish in. Susie Q is putting a fish in. I have some fish in. It'd be great if we had like a YouTube competition with the cichlids. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will definitely come to the booth and enjoy it.
All right, so Kaler's Aquatics Super Chat $49.99. Half for Liz's Wine Fund, half for something viewers might win. That's a great idea.
And who was that from?
From Bob.
Bob, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you. So go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Somebody was asking about the African cichlid, the pink, the really bright pink one. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
They were asking if
It's
that
a
was
sapphire.
Thank you. No, that's blue. Sapphires. The sapphires are blue ones.
So what is? It's the blood dragon. I'm sorry.
Somebody was asking if that was enhanced, and that was not enhanced. That was a beautiful fish.
It's not enhanced, but it's line bred. So that's not a fish that you're going to see in the natural reef lakes. And I'm sure if Chewy's on, I'm sure he can tell you that. So we are going to move on. It is 8:22, and again, I have a lot of stuff I want to do, as always. So this segment is called Questions and Answers. What I've tried to do is I started this idea with our video called the Aqua Underground 96.9 Splash. Unfortunately, it never did as far as views well. Now, when I say it didn't do well, it got about 600 to 800 views, which for me is not that great. For other people, they may be like, that's great. So I want to start, I want to start, Jesus, move. Sorry guys, we had a little, I have a funny wire over here and I can't have any of the pets stepping on it. So anyway, we are going to bring this back. Some of those people who have seen my video, Aqua Underground, might remember some of these interviews or questions. Some of you may not. So I have a different audience now, and I've grown quite a bit as far as the channel since that. Can you please make sure that cat stays over there?
I'm watching him.
And we got 76 on, 54 likes. Please hit that like button. But we are going to start with, let's try Chris. So here we go.
Hey guys, this is Christopher Metzger, and I have a question for the King and Queen of Cichlids. Why do you love the hobby so much?
So Chris said, why are we so passionate about the hobby? What is it that we love? Why are we so passionate about the hobby? That's my buddy Chris Mascow. Shout out to Chris. Again, I just think this is a different way where if people, I'm going to ask people to submit questions to me. They can shoot it on their camera or their phone and send it to me. I want them to shout out their channel, shout out who they are, and then ask a question. And this is a new way I think that we can have people introduce their channels to a larger audience. So if you guys are interested, and if you're on Facebook and friends with me on Facebook, definitely send me questions. Get in front of your phone, get in front of your camera, say who you are, what your channel is, and then ask us a question, and we will play it on our live stream. Now, back to Chris's question, why are we so passionate about the hobby? Liz?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm passionate about the hobby because it's what I love to do. It's just something that has gotten me out of the house, gotten me involved with meeting new people, and I just love the quiet and the peace of watching the fish.
All right, that was nice, Storybook. I'm passionate about the hobby because it has given me a lot of, for someone that works as many hours as I do, and someone that is in the business that I do, being able to come and sit in my fish room and chill out and relax and de-stress is important to me. But not only that, one of the reasons why I'm passionate about it is because I had people within the hobby reach out to me, take me under their wing, teach me things. I think about Tom Galooly, I think about Mo Devlin, I think about Rusty Wessel, I think about Karen Haas. There's so many people out there that took the time to work with me, to teach me things, to make me a better hobbyist, and that's why it's important for me to give back to the hobby. So that's why I'm passionate about it. Plus, I just think it's one of the best hobbies in the world. It's certainly better than playing video games.
Yes.
So, next one, some of these are going to be funny, obviously, so we will check this one out.
Hey Scott, why do you like such big fish tanks? Are you compensating?
All right, as you know, that was our boy Michael from Michael's Fish Room asking me, why do I keep large fish? Am I compensating for something? Only Mike could come up with something like that. So, Mike, to answer your question, the reason why I like big tanks and big fish is because, and I've said this story before, when I was young, my father took me fishing a lot, and I would always want to take the fish that we caught home. I would catch big mouth bass, smallmouth bass, sunfish, and etc. And he would never let me take them home. So when I got older, I wanted to get tanks where I could actually take fish of that size, put them in a tank, and keep them. It also makes me remember all those great times where my father and I would go fishing. Now, my father is still in great health. Oh my God, I'm 51, so that means he's well into his late 70s, and he is still working, believe it or not. An incredible man that I owe a lot to, but that's one of the reasons. Out. Do you have anything to say about why you like big fish?
The big fish, that's what I started with. The big cichlids, and I like them because they show, I used to love to show fish. And they show very well, and they compete. They're fantastic competitors.
Tom says, should I be worried that you're thinking about me? I'm always thinking about you, Tom. I'm always thinking about you. 84 on, 57 likes. Thank you guys for being on. I really appreciate it. So let's go. Next question. We are almost at 8:30, and this one's a good question.
Hi there, Angie, aka Mrs. B. My question's for King and Queen of Cichlids. What attracted you to Jaguar cichlids?
It's the ever lovely Mrs. B, Mr. B's wife, and guys, I have to be honest with you. I am playing these video questions without the volume on because I don't want to echo. So I'm trying to remember exactly what they were saying. So if I answer the question wrong, I apologize. But I believe she asked, why do I like Jaguar cichlids so much? And the reason is I just love their pattern. I love their personalities. I think they're great parents. I mean, last week you saw the huge amount of fry we had in that tank. And they basically, once they mate, they will stay with each other for a long period of time unless you separate them or unless one of them perishes. But I absolutely love Jaguar cichlids. Scientific name is a Parachromis manowins, and I don't think there's a better cichlid out there. What about you?
Pattern. The pattern is the pattern, and just the way they're kind of like dogfish. They're very attentive.
Dogfish?
Yeah, dogfish. You walk in the room and they to you, hey, what you doing?
All right. So, any questions out there? Ever heard of Notes, Scotty? Yeah, I know, Dr. Black. I should, but it takes to put this together. And then the wife wanted to go to a dog event or a paw event. So let's see here. Fee didn't. Hope you guys are back. Are you still in the Chicago area? I know you had a hard time with your flight and everything. Let's see. The next question comes from Big Renzo.
What up? This is Big Renzo. Got a question for King and Queen Cichlids. How do you get those giant fish to breed, man? I'm curious. Let me know. Alright.
So Big Renzo asks, how do we get those fish to breed? You want to talk about that, Liz?
Which fish were they?
Any of our big fish, he said.
Oh, I just add water. The guys that we have are not hard to convince to breed. You do water changes, do some cold water with the warm water, move some things around. Anything like that will stimulate breeding activities, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
I think Liz and I, after this format, are going to change it a little bit because she's away from me and she seems out of the loop right now. But yes, I agree with you. What we normally do, cichlids breed by season. So we try to do, if we want to breed them, now a lot of these fish we've bred over and over again, so they just breed on their own. But if you're trying to start them to breed, we do like a season simulation change where we add cold water, and that normally triggers them to feel like it's a season changing and they start breeding. Again, different foods. If you keep feeding them the same food, sometimes they don't breed. So frozen food, flake foods, pellets. I don't do live foods, but a variety of foods also helps them breed. And just regular water changes, making sure your water condition, the water conditions are as perfect as they can be for your fish. And as always, we always say we play a lot of Barry White in here, which also triggers the fish to have some breeding tendencies. You all right over there?
Yeah, I was just reading there a little bit of Prince, drop of blue pill in, maybe some candlelight, a few different ideas people are throwing out.
Right. Are you having a hard time reading? You should put your glasses on.
Yeah, I will. Not right now, but because I have my contacts in.
Oh, you do have your contacts in,
Yes.
so you can read. Okay.
Yes, I can read. Thank
Reading
you.
is fundamental. All right. So next one is going to be Q Aquatics. Definitely want to check her out. I don't know if my mods can put these people's links up, but I appreciate it if you do. I know Candy's out, but we're going to talk about Q Aquatics, who sent in this question.
This question is for both of you individually. If there's one fish you wish you never got, what fish would that be?
Now, I have to listen to this one, to be honest with you. I think she's asking if there is one fish we don't want to have. But let me see. Hold on just a second. If you guys hear the echo, I apologize, but give me 2 seconds to hear that. Don Gallagher, I thought Marvin Gaye might work pretty well. Marvin Gaye does work really well, especially with Liz. Chewy live foods such as worms, insects. Okay, so the question is, if there was one fish that we wish we had never gotten, what would it be?
Huh. I'd never gotten. I would probably have to say my bucket list fish, my parrot cichlid.
That's the one fish you wish you had never gotten?
Only because he is so mean and bullheaded that I can't keep him with anybody else.
Really?
So it kind of ruins that whole, like, I would love to do, like, something like this behind me where he could school with other different fish, and he's just so mean.
Yeah, I actually had him in there in that tank behind you, but I had to take him out because he was
Being mean?
and fighting with some of the other fish. You guys are not going to believe my answer, but my answer is the arowanas behind me, believe it or not. I wish I had never gotten them because they are really a handful to take care of. I know you guys see them, they look great, you know, no trouble, but that's just the hour that you actually see us on live stream. I have to do multiple water changes with them. They constantly need different foods. They constantly are hungry. They are constantly trying to jump out of this tank. As you know, John just said his small one jumped out of his tank. So these are rescue fish for us.
Yes.
And I thought because I had a large tank and it was empty, oh, I know what I'm doing. But I never in 1,000 years imagined that these guys would be so large, in charge, jumping out of tanks. They're just a totally different animal than cichlids. Like, they are really a wild animal, in my opinion. So I probably would have gotten one. I would have done more research. you know, and thank God I was able to get this 300-gallon tank, and I'm gonna have to get a bigger one in about a year as they get bigger. But I probably regret getting them. I love them. Obviously, they're eye catchers, but they are a difficult fish to keep. And as Joey DIY said, many times the reason why they die is because they jumped out of a tank. It's not because of any. They're pretty hardy fish. It's just keeping them in the tank. My second option would be the 5-star General.
Oh.
Remember, I got him and he tore your bleaker eye or pollen eye up. So I do regret getting that fish, and I regret putting him in your tank with your beautiful bleaker eye. So
Yeah, we've all made mistakes in the hobby.
So that's actually the mistake that I talked about when we were featured on KG Tropical's channel. So anything going on over there?
Just a lot of talking to each other, talking about fish. So like MTA says, my Red Devil was so chill until lately. I wouldn't have gotten him if I could go back. Red Devil.
The Chewy, not the easiest fish to look after, harder than Asians to look after as a known jumper. That is absolutely right, Chewy. I've gotten to the point where I'm scared to feed them, if that makes any sense. Like the second I open up the lid to feed them, it's like I'm working with a bomb that's about to go off. It's just like I want to gradually get in there and I want to throw it in, and I kind of wait for them to go the other direction. And they're so smart now; they know when I come to the tank, I'm coming to feed them. So they are really, really difficult to take care of.
Like toddlers who don't want to go to bed.
Yes. So it is 8:36, guys. Let me keep rolling here. The next person is going to be Lisa. And I'm going to tell you up front, I don't think I know this.
What's up, guys? It's Lisa from Lisa's Fishbowl Life. I have a question for you. So how come angelfish and discus fish are in the same family as cichlids? What makes them cichlids?
Now, I very rarely do this. Normally, I have the answer for most questions. She just asked, why are discus and angels classified as cichlids? Now, I asked you to look it up. We really couldn't find a lot of information. You know, we've talked to Rusty Wells before and asked him what makes a cichlid a cichlid. One of his main go-to answers is their breeding tendencies, the way they breed, the way
their parenting skills, the way they parent their fish, and
etc. But I would love to hear from you guys, especially Chewy and some of you more experienced hobbyists, if you know exactly what makes a cichlid a cichlid. I know some people talk about their jaw structure or their fins. There's something that distinguishes them from other fish. But I have to be honest with you, I don't know the answer. And I will tell you that my purpose in this hobby is more so promoting it, getting people excited about it, and then directing them to people that know more about this hobby than I do, such as Rusty Wessel, Dr. Paul Lizelle, you know, Ted Judy, all those people that have a lot more experience than I do. But anyone have any answers out there about why a cichlid is categorized as a cichlid?
So first, people had said that was Layla, not Lisa.
Uh-oh, sorry.
And then Dr. Black says taxonomy.
Taxonomy. Dr. Black's a smart dude, too. I really enjoy watching him. Whenever I can watch him, I hate that we had that time difference.
Right. Yeah, because it's super late for them right now, isn't it?
It's super early, I think.
Early?
It's late for us, early for them. Yeah.
Okay.
87 on. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I do appreciate that. Anyone have any answers about why cichlids are categorized as cichlids? I guess that's something I really need to get.
Finnage counts and teeth.
Yep, that's what I thought.
To my knowledge, all cichlids must have pharyngeal jaws and 2 lateral lines of some form, says Select Pet.
That's absolutely right, and I'm so glad you read that because I would have messed that whole word up.
So Madfish Diva, come out to AE, hon.
I wish you would come out to AE. Now, Mad Diva, did you go to Aquashella?
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of her on Facebook over there.
Oh, really cool. How many people actually went to Aquashella out there? A lot of people? All right, let me get going. We have a lot more to go do, but we want to get back to Matt's game. Excuse me, that wine is making me gassy. And now we are going to do another match game. Now again, this is not all about aquatics. This is Liz and Liz's
Liz
beautiful
has a
brain.
special
She
brain.
has a special brain, so don't think that what I put up here
But it might be.
is automatically aquatics. It could be, or it could not be. So, the question, the match word is blank man. Blank man. The first person to answer this question correctly will get another prize. We have more shirts to give out. So, what is the answer to blank man? First person to get it. I'm going to drink from my goblet because I've been talking a lot.
Thank you, Tom. Poor me.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Spider-Man? No. Good question. Good one, though.
My man, actually, I thought of that too.
Garbage man. Ha-ha. Fish man. Superman. Caveman. Postman.
Postman, fireman, mailman, nope, fart man. Fuck, come on.
Fuck, fart man.
Just goofy. Goofy.
You guys are getting warm, but you haven't said it yet. And again, it is Liz's
It is
brain.
moving fast, and I have not seen it yet.
I know. 89 on. Thank you very much, guys, for being on. Tool Man, Spider-Man, Mailman, Milkman, Iron Man, Garbage Man, Florida Man, Fish Man, Mailman.
Well, we could do this all night. This is a
What
hard
is
one.
up, John, from Aquashella?
Ann's Hobbies. You got it.
Ann's Hobby got it. It is He-Man, believe it or not.
Anna's Hobby. So hit me or Scott up on Facebook.
I love her, but that's the answer right there.
Cha.
So congratulations. Let us know what kind of shirt you want, and please hit us up on Facebook. And Almond Smooth Skin man, Scott man. I hear you, PJ.
Almond
Let me tell you
Smooth.
something. We went to this. This is gonna make Liz mad. We went to this event, and this girl, and I hate when people say this, but she was like, "Oh my God, you remind me of Gomez from the Addams Family," and I love Gomez, and she was actually like really hitting hard on me.
I thought I was going to have to fan the poor lady off. She was going into heat flashes, just all over my man.
So obviously I walked outside because I didn't feel safe, not only for her, but for me.
I wasn't going to jump over the table yet.
But that was really funny, the way she was acting. So anyway, let's take that down and let's get back to our interviews. Let's see here. So we just did Lala. Is that what we said?
Yep.
All right. Let me do one of my favorite YouTubers. And again, what we're doing here, guys, is we always want to shout channels out, especially channels that are trying to grow. And I thought the best way to do it, and the most cohesive way to do it, is to have you guys shoot a video, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, say who you are, what your channel is, and ask us a question. That way we get the opportunity to answer a question while shouting you out at the same time. So, if you know me on Facebook, if you haven't, friend me, and then send me in your video questions, and we will shout you and your channel out the following week. Now, without further ado, we got my buddy here.
Yo, what's up? This is Aquafunk, and I got a question for you. In my experience, I've learned that most people keep fish kind of that resemble their personality. So, in your opinion, if Prince was still alive, what would he keep?
So, Funk being Funk, and this is why I got to take him down.
Oh God.
Off his little funky pedestals, because he's talking about my boy Prince, who has passed away. And he said, if Prince had a fish, what would Prince keep? So, he was talking about how people keep fish that are kind of like them.
Is there
blah,
such
blah,
thing
blah.
as a sexy fish?
I think beta. When I heard this question, I immediately thought about a male beta, because he's got all that finish and he's got all that color, and then he does
flashes.
all that shaking. So Funk, that would be my answer to you. Would be a beta fish. So what do you think? If Prince was a fish, or wanted kept fish, what do you think he would
That's
keep?
probably about the flashiest one I can think of just off the top of my head, because it would have to be pretty and sexy and
Lumpy
shimmery.
Dog said, "Oh snap! 30 people just turned off the live stream because of Funk being on."
10 thumbs down, just like that.
Bob said Prince would keep. Oh my God! I just lost it that quick. Would keep rock cribs. Yeah, Funk off. Again, I gotta say this though. In the movie, oh my gosh, I can't even think of the movie. Graffiti Bridge.
Cherry shrimp.
A little red shrimp.
A little purple shrimp.
In the movie Graffiti Bridge, which was it was not a blockbuster, it was a bad film. He did have a tank full of saltwater fish, and it had the yellow tangs in there. So he was into keeping fish, believe it or not, and he did have a saltwater fish because that footage was actually shot from his actual living place at Paisley Park. Purple glowfish. That's right, Zen Ginger. Chris says, I agree. Black Caribbeans. Yep. All right, so who else do we got here? Well, if you got Funk, you know you got to follow it up with someone else. So, again, shout out, get this channel up.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rob from Rob93 Aquatics. And I got a question for Liz. What is the recovery time for Scott when he has to move one of those big tanks? I know he's an older gentleman, so I know it takes him a while.
So Rob is just so wrong. So Rob just asked, how long does it take me to recover when we move one of those big tanks? So you
He hasn't yet.
I haven't what yet?
Recovered.
Oh wow! But
Don't.
Yeah, I recovered in that office earlier today, didn't I?
Oh
yeah.
my God!
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's 8 something. It's PG-17. Yeah, but I'm I'm in shape from like my belly button up. It's the belly button down that ain't in shape.
Well, no, I mean, I think from your hips down, your legs are golden.
Yeah, I got good legs too, and my I mean, you don't want me to flex, right? I mean,
which way's the gym daddy?
Ooh, it's that away. I got the wrong one. It's that away. But I mean, I can handle my own now. I mean, I ain't Zenzo now. That dude's as buffed all the way out. But I can move tanks. I'm 51. I ain't that old. I ain't dead yet. But I mean, I moved this 300. I was all right. Of course, it took about 5 of us.
5 of you.
But I can still move tanks. Funny question, Rob. Ha ha ha. So let's see. Anything else to talk about out there, honey? Or
well, no. Chewy and Bob are still talking to each other. Mark Hill says you've got Hulk Hogan guns.
All right, so let's take a look at Aquatic Apprentice and see what he has to say.
Hi, I'm Frank, Aqua Apprentice, and my question for the King and Queen is, what makes keeping cichlids so appealing to you compared to the average community fish?
All right, is everything all right? Because you keep looking over here. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, I have to listen to this one too. Again, guys, I have the volume down, so I have to hear this one again. I forgot what this guy had to say, and no, Dr. Black, I didn't have my notes out. 86 on, 64 lights. Come on, guys, we can do a little better than that. Okay, so that's a great question. He said, what makes keeping cichlids for you and I more appealing than keeping other fish?
Oh.
And you want to answer that?
Cichlids are awesome. I prefer the Central and South American cichlids over guppies or Africans or other fish like that, just because I just think they're better personally. I like the way they look. I like the way they move. I like their aggression levels. I just think they're cool.
I think that's a great question, and I'm going to pair this in with something else I was thinking about. I was actually thinking about changing our name to King and Queen Aquatics or King and Queen something, because I picked cichlids because at the time, whenever I picked it 3 or 4 years ago, I was heavily into cichlids and nothing else. But since that stretch, I have started to keep arowanas behind me. I have sturgeons, you know, I have other fish that I really enjoy, and now I'm starting to believe that there's much more different fish out there that I enjoy as well as cichlids. So I'm not gonna say. I guess if you put me down to it, I like their personality, their temperament, and as Liz always says, they're like water pets. I love that when I come in, they greet me at the glass. They want to get fed. Most of these fish in here I can pet. Some of them I can't because I'll tear my finger up like that chancho. But I just think they're extremely intelligent fish with lots of personality.
Yeah.
Kind of like Funk minus the intelligent part. So, sorry, Funk. Let's see. What else do we have? We have another one from Susie Q. I think this is the last video one, and then there's one comment that I'm going to read. So, Susie Q, let's see what this one is.
What's your biggest fish keeping hobby regret?
Okay, so her question is, what is our biggest hobby regret?
Well, and you know, we just did this a little bit ago too.
That's fish related. That was which fish would you not want? But you can go ahead.
And honestly, I go ahead because I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
My biggest hobby regret is probably I have to tell you this, and you guys are gonna think I'm full of myself, but I've probably done just about everything I can think of as a hobbyist other than collecting fish. So I don't really have a regret. I created a club, it's still running. I created an event, it's still running strong. I was one of the first people of color in the ACA. I have a lot of things that I've done. I've met Rusty Wessel. I've done talks. I've worked for the ACA. I've worked for the C.A.R.E.S. There's not much on the bucket list there that I haven't done other than going to collect natural fish naturally. So my biggest regret, maybe, and I was about to say maybe I could have been nicer with some things, but I think I'm pretty politically correct most of the time. I don't know.
You're very politically correct all the time,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I can't see.
I really don't have a regret, believe it or not. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. Biggest regret, meeting Funk. I don't know. No, I get okay. Here's my biggest regret. My biggest regret is not starting YouTube sooner or not knowing the power and the impact it was going to have on the hobby sooner. I was too wrapped up in the club and Facebook and didn't realize, you know, if we had been ready 8 years ago with some of the others, we would have been right up there with them. But we're very late in the game. We're slowly growing now, but biggest regret is not getting into YouTube faster. There you go. That was a tough one. Did you ever come up with one?
I've made almost every mistake you can make in the hobby. So for me, it's really hard to pick one, but probably the was it 5 or 6 years ago, I lost a tank of Mbunas that I was really passionate about, and that's kind of where I cut my losses with the African cichlids altogether. So, but I do miss my Mbuna tank.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, I loved my Mbunas.
It's funny you say that because I've been actually thinking about, keep an eye on the chat, I've been thinking about, since we're called King and Queen cichlids, wouldn't it be nice that we had like a display tank of various different cichlids, like African, South American, Central American, dwarf cichlids, discus, you know, stuff like that.
You mean in separate tanks?
Yes,
okay,
in
just
separate tanks,
checking.
Of course. I'm not a beginner hobbyist. Yeah, but, you know, so people who ever, you know, we have a lot of people that come in and want to see our fish rooms, come and see all the different types and varieties of cichlids there are.
Right.
Okay? I'm going to check the chat now and see what's going on because Liz is like, heaters have caused my biggest, most painful losses. GRB Aquatics. Trust me, buddy, I believe it. I've been there. I'm looking at top chat, so I need to get to live
and
chat.
Tom had said his biggest regret was helping start a cichlid forum.
Right. What did Tom say? I'm sorry.
Helping start a certain cichlid forum.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. Michael says, I'm in shape from my chest up. 59 at 59, I have plenty of hair, just losing my teeth. I feel you, buddy. Michael Fishroom is in the house. What is up, Michael? You just missed your question. Just put your video up with you asking us a question about am I compensating for large tanks. Good to see you in the house. All right, so we're going to go to our next question, which is, let me see. Here it is. So she actually asked me this on Facebook Messenger, and I stay busy all the time, so I didn't get a chance to answer it. She might be in the live feed. She probably isn't because I know she's working. But Scott, how did you get your awards from the Cichlid Association? Like, what did you have to do to get that kind of recognition? So, you're talking about this. Let's see. Basically, what I had to do was I volunteered my time to the American Cichlid Association and the C.A.R.E.S program, the C.A.R.E.S organization, which we're getting ready to talk about very, very soon. Because I said we're going to end. Oh my God, it's almost 4 minutes till 9 o'clock. Jesus. But I had people who had recognized some of the things I had done, club or the event, and asked me if I would come be part of the American Cichlid Association. I did for 4 years. It was a great learning lesson for me. I met a lot of great people, and after you have served, I think it's 2 years at the American Cichlid Association, they will present you with an award recognizing you for your services with the organization. So that is what you have to do. You would have to reach out to the American Cichlid Association and ask, are they looking for any positions to be filled? And trust me, there's lots of positions to be filled.
Well, just the other day they were asking for somebody to take over the photo contest that you used to do.
Yep. So there are definitely positions open. If anyone out there personally would like to be part of the ACA or be a board member or volunteer their time, let me know, and I will definitely get you to the right people so that you can experience some of the great things I experienced. Because, just like anything, there's drama, there's arguments anywhere, but it was a great learning experience for me that I won't soon forget. So we're going to go back to match game.
Okay.
And the next one we are going to do is, let me see your sheet here. All right. So the next one we're going to do is blank cichlid.
Okay.
Blank cichlid. So, as you guys know, the first one to answer this question gets a free t-shirt of your choice. So I don't know if your choice anymore because it depends on who got what.
Well, nobody's spoken up and said they wanted anything particular yet.
Yeah, well. So, the word is blank cichlids. Cockatoo. Dwarf, no. You watching, Liz?
Yep.
That's a good one.
I
Super
am.
cichlid. American cichlid, wolf cichlid, Texas, South American. Keep going, guys. You're getting warm. Oh, Bob, stop giving us. Stop sending us money, Bob. You're killing me.
Thank you, Bob.
Watch that chat.
I'm watching it.
King and Queen cichlid, that would have been a
Zen
great one.
Ginger, you got it.
Zen Ginger, you got it. It is Jaguar cichlid. So, as I always like to do, I like to show them in the camera. So that is it. And I think we have one more. We actually have two more. So what do I want to do? Do I want to do them or I want to move into something else?
Well, we've got 1 minute till 9 o'clock.
Well, this is going to take me a lot longer than that. Well,
Ann's Hobbies, you got it. I'll send you one of those. Just get me your address.
all right, guys. So listen, we are going to go a little bit over. I have a lot more to go. I'm going to show you, and again, this is yet another video I put out about endangered fish and about the C.A.R.E.S department, the CARES organization, excuse me. And I'm just going to show you a part of it, and then I'll talk you the rest of the way because I have so much to actually show you. But there are endangered fish out there. It's important for us to try to keep these fish in our fish room so that they do not become endangered. And we'll start with that. So again, I did a video about it. Jeez, it had to be at least 6 months ago, if not longer. It didn't get played well. It didn't get. I think it finally reached 1,000 views. But it's important to me for me to share this information, and hopefully you guys will then become interested and think about finding some endangered fish by going to C.A.R.E.S.org and getting some. Now we have Amphilophus lioni, which are a C.A.R.E.S fish. That is a perfect match for me because they come from Central America. I love the Amphilophus family, and they are an endangered fish. I actually have 11 grow outs right now, and then I actually have a large male. Rico, get out of there. So this is going to be a little serious in tone, but check it out. I think you guys need to hear. Wake up! Wake up! Fish are dying. But there's something you and I can do about it. Let's talk about it today. Okay, guys, so that was my intro to my video about C.A.R.E.S. There are fish that are out there dying because of deforestation, because of us as people, because of pollution, because people are using them as fish food. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of good fish that may not be with us much longer if we don't do something as hobbyists. So Liz and I are part of the C.A.R.E.S team, believe it or not. We are down as press coordinators. We try to do promotions for them, put out videos, do various things to get this out to people. I have always said we have done a crappy job thus far because we just haven't put our time and our heart into it like we should. I would like to change that as AE comes and I do this last event. I really don't want to do any more events, and I'm really going to try to put my heart and my brain into the C.A.R.E.S fish and getting more people involved with saving these fish. So let's see. I'm going to show you a list of people that work for the C.A.R.E.S department. One of the most important people is Claudia Dickinson, who actually runs the C.A.R.E.S organization. And then you have a plethora of people there from Juan Miguel, Dr. Paul Lizelle, Greg Steves, Lawrence Kent, Pam Chin, one of our good friends, Leslie Dix. I mean, there's a lot of great people on this team, and it's really important to try to take care of these fish. One of the ways that you can find out what fish are endangered, and that might be something that you are interested in keeping, like if you keep African cichlids, there's a ton of African cichlids that are endangered. And if you are keeping water parameters up here, I have so many things up here. Hold on just 1 second. So this is Claudia, Greg Steves, and Steve. All of us are in the C.A.R.E.S team. This was at the NEC, I think 2 years ago. This was the first time that I had a chance to actually be with all of them together as a C.A.R.E.S team. But just great people. And Liz is writing stuff down, so I'm going to give you a chance to talk about what you're writing down, Liz. What you got?
I was just writing down people's shirt sizes as they were saying them that they wanted. That's all.
All right. So, and then the last thing, one of the people that inspires me the most when it comes to C.A.R.E.S is these two wonderful, beautiful people, Alan and Karen. The Aquarium Club of Lancaster County every year recognizes someone that keeps C.A.R.E.S fish and breeds them. They won the award last year. They are two of the greatest people out there. I've learned so much from both of them, and they just are some of the best breeders in their hobby that I've ever seen. So I'm going to shoot back to our regular camera to see the chats and see what's going on, and then we're going to call it a night, I believe. What's going on? Did you just hit something back there?
No, sir. I did not.
Alan and Karen, that is right, Michael. 1 keep fish, 2 keep. What is that? Okay, 2X is your size. Well, did he win anything, or he's
No.
just me? All right, guys. So we are going to wrap it up. I will pick this up next week because I had so much more to say about C.A.R.E.S, but there's just not enough time. I have an early morning to wake up to, and so does Liz. So we're gonna pull the plug here and leave you with some fun stuff. Thank you again so much for everyone that came out. I think we hit about 90 people on today. Greatly appreciate that. 74 likes. Thank you so much for that. And next week we are going to have even more about the C.A.R.E.S. In fact, I'm just going to dedicate the whole stream to C.A.R.E.S and talk about that. So hopefully you guys will come back.
Yep.
I will have examples of cichlids that are endangered that I think you guys are unaware of. Actually, we have more. You have something in the fish room. We're not sure what the name of it is. Go ahead. You got a super chat?
You got a super chat. Mark Hill, $24.99. Thank you.
Oh my God.
My second glass of wine from Aquashella.
You guys are great. Thank you so much. It was well over $100 in super chats.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate it.
And real quick, I wanted to shout out, speaking of C.A.R.E.S, Jim Cummings is speaking at C.A.R.E.S on Thursday night next week, and he keeps a lot of C.A.R.E.S, the Dambas and different C.A.R.E.S species from Madagascar. It's really cool.
So those people that don't know what BCS is, that's Bucks County Aquarium Society, and he's also speaking that weekend at the Cichlid Club of York. So he is doing a little tour there. So 2 chances for you to talk and see an incredible speaker. I'm hoping that he's going to be able to have time to come into our fish room. Because speaking of C.A.R.E.S fish, we have 2 of the Paratilapia obliqueri that we've had for 3 years now that we can't get to breed, and Jim has the magic touch, so hopefully he'll come in and touch them and get them breeding. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We certainly appreciate it. Again, hit that like button. Check out my library and consider hitting that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. How many people are on?
69.
Okay. Ooh, good number. So, all right. Goodbye, people. Love you, and see you later. We'll leave you with this. Okay, guys. That's the end of our show. I want to thank all the souls that left their bodies tonight and traveled to the aquatic sound in a small town underground.
It was certainly my pleasure to take you on a ride up in the sky and back down the wormhole. It's my hope that you will count to 10 and visit us again the next time you need something magically different. On the way out, get your club pass by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so we can reserve a seat for you in the next Aqua Underground experience. You won't want to miss it.